You are moving into a time of flow. It's not so much jumping off the cliff, it's taking flight and letting the wind guide you. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked, the podcast empowering empathic women who feel misunderstood, overwhelmed, or disconnected from their intuition, begin to trust their sensitivities, find inner clarity, and show up with embodied, unstoppable confidence in their daily lives. I am your host, Olivia Ashley, an empath and intuitive, and I am so happy you're here. Hello, and welcome to this week's Intuition Keys episode. These episodes are here as channeled intuitive insights meant to support and guide you whenever you feel called to listen. So take what resonates, leave the rest, and most importantly, use your own intuition as you tune in. Let this be a moment of reflection and connection to your own inner knowing, and welcome the guidance. In today's episode, we are exploring the theme of a consideration of paths, a message inviting you to recognize the shifts happening within you and the new possibilities unfolding. Today, you'll discover 3 key insights: how to shift from leading with the mind to leading with the heart, why doubt can actually be a guiding force instead of a roadblock, and the importance of stepping onto your destined path without hesitation. So let's get into the main message. This message was a consideration of paths. You are deeply rooted in your life in many ways. The things you've worked toward have come to fruition, and you find yourself in a space of a lot of alignment. Yet there may be a quiet realization stirring within, a readiness for something more, a different way of being, living, and choosing. You're showing up each day, fulfilling your responsibilities, accomplishing tasks, and yet a subtle feeling might be lingering, which is, why does this not feel as fulfilling as you once believed it would? And you're taking a bit into consideration, such as, has something changed? Have you outgrown this version of yourself? Is something not quite right? And your guides want to share that nothing is necessarily wrong or broken. Yet you are being infused with a new energy, and it's bringing a shift that's calling you closer to your heart's truth. And you're sensing that. That's where this discomfort is coming from, because it's new, it's different, it's asking you to step into yourself. And with that asking to step into yourself, you're being asked to step into a new way of being. And as a result of that and this new energy you're starting to embody, new paths are revealing themselves. These paths are not random. They are appearing because you are ready. And I'm going to say that again. You are ready to embody this new energy. And it's going to be unique for each of you. So take a moment to start to feel what you've been sensing. It feels like the past couple weeks or months, and it's going to start to become more noticeable. Where is it in your body? What is it bringing? Is there an emotion or a feeling towards something? And it's going to help you express yourself in new ways. And with that, you'll have to start to recognize that you are capable of operating at this higher, more aligned frequency, because there's a lot happening around us. It's not just you. There's many of us who've been really in this sphere, doing this work, showing up and going, I want the most beautiful, abundant, creative, aligned, heart-led, compassionate, intuitive life. And it's like, okay, there's been enough of us stepping into that space that now it's coming. It's being reflected. I see this big, beautiful mirror of, okay, embody it even more. Really tune in and ground this. And so the question with these paths is, are you willing to consider the paths unfolding before you that are a bit different than what you've been doing? And are you willing to welcome and accept that there is more possible? And these feelings of unsureness or discomfort are actually subtle nudges letting you know it's time. So let that settle in. Take a breath. Recognize and acknowledge what I've shared, because it is important and it's coloring a lot in your life. And here are 4 more messages just for you that build upon this initial message to support you. Message 1, shift from the mind to the heart. While you are listening to your intuition and getting more connected, there is still a tendency for you to let the mind lead. I can feel you analyzing and planning and weighing possibilities. And your mind is very smart and capable. It's an incredible tool for decision making and action. Yet this next phase of your journey is asking for something different, a shift into the heart. Where you are going and who you are becoming is tied to the frequency of your heart, not your logic. And honestly, this is not an easy shift because we're very conditioned to be analytical and thinkers and run everything through the filter of your mind. Yet you're being asked to lean into it, to really recognize that, wait, I can drop in, I can connect, I can run this through my heart and ask what my heart wants. The mind is wanting control, which again makes me think of the pasts that are coming forward or this new energy. It's fueling some of that discomfort. Yet your heart wants you to move with trust and acceptance, a lighter frequency, and with a knowing beyond reason. So it's new. It's going to take a while to get used to if you welcome this in as a practice. But if you're here and listening, then trust you are being called to anchor in this new way of being, one that invites intuition, flow, and alignment because you're here to show the way. Others are probably going to start to look to you for guidance or insight because you're carrying a light and a frequency that is meant to shine. So let your mind come along for the journey, but allow your heart to be the guide. And you can start to practice this each day. As you make choices, pause and ask, what does my heart say? Message 2, do not doubt the way. I sense that some old fears and doubts may be surfacing, especially as you're considering these new paths and this new energy and way of being. You might even find yourself questioning, is this the right choice? Am I ready? But doubt is not a stop sign. It is a guidepost. So instead of resisting it, can you meet it with curiosity, where you can witness the emotion and the root of the doubt and say, I see you, but I don't need you to be in the driver's seat. Doubt is here to simply give you a message, and it's showing you where some healing and tending to is still needed. It is a breadcrumb leading you deeper into self-trust and wherever you're needed to go. So do not fear doubt or feel like it brings anxiety or stops you in your tracks. Begin to welcome it, acknowledge it, and remind yourself, if I am doubting, it means I am on the edge of something important. Doubt does not mean you are lost. It means you are expanding. I see you on your yellow brick path. You are where you need to be. So trust the intuitive nudges pulling you forward. If you feel called to something, it is because it is already meant for you. Doubt does not have to color your choices. Let it be there to help show you the way. Message 3, time to step aboard. With this message, I immediately received a visual of you standing on a platform holding a train ticket, and you're watching the clock and it's spinning and spinning, and people and trains are coming and going, and yet there you stand, you wait. It's very clear that you have arrived at the right station. You know this is where you're supposed to be, and yet you've been hesitating. So maybe you're waiting for the perfect moment or making sure you have everything in order before you feel like you're ready to step on that train. But here's the truth in this message. The time is now. Your train is here. Step aboard. Because life does not wait for perfect conditions, nor does it require you to have every detail planned out. You do not need to have all the answers before taking action. And that's the key here with this message and what they want you to really understand. The magic happens once you step aboard. The people, the resources, and the support you need will align as you move. And there's something in your life that you've been thinking about or looking into. I see that when you're driving in your car or going about a task, your mind starts to wander and you think about this thing. But then all the reasons come in as to why that might not be right, all the steps you need to take to make it happen, and you just let it go. So when I say that, what comes to mind? What is that thing for you? Whatever it is, you're being asked to listen to it, to surrender to the journey, and believe that the path will unfold exactly as it should when you start to take steps towards it. The moment you board the train, life starts moving in ways beyond your imagination. You cannot prepare for what you cannot know. So stop imagining scenarios and holding back. Give your ticket and step aboard. Message 4 and the last message, you are the creator. While divine support surrounds you, you need to remember that you are the creator of your reality. You in this moment and every moment have the power to reshape and shape your life again and again. To dream, to decide, to step forward, to change something. There are no limits except those you place upon yourself. You can create anything, a new way of being, a shift in energy, a transformation in perspective. And for many of you, you're often forgetting that this can be quite simple, that when you release your mind's constriction on your ability to create, things can start to open up and flow more seamlessly for you. Because that's what I'm sensing. You are moving into a time of flow. It's not so much jumping off the cliff, it's taking flight and letting the wind guide you. It's not so reckless or intense. It's like, I'm going to uproot from where I am in this moment and I'm going to try this on. And then I might do it again or in a different way. You have come here in this body to be a creator in every sense of the word. There is possibility everywhere. You can find your muse and your inspiration and let it guide you. And it's going to be unique for you because you have something here to be and embody and create and serve and share. There's a sense that we are collectively moving into a space of new energy and frequency. And everyone's going to have it affect them in different ways. But time is speeding up. Things are manifesting quickly. And the outdated or not aligned things in your life and on this planet are going to be shed. It's going to happen for everyone, but it's going to be a spectrum for how and in what way that comes forward. So who do you want to be and become now and moving forward? Can you be a touch more proactive and present with the realization that your power is in this moment? There is no limit. And you will maneuver the 3D reality of time, money, resources, and connections as you need to once you've set your sights on your direction. And you can change your direction at any time. So pull out a map and start plotting your initial path. And then welcome and delight that you will be guided from there to experience whatever it is you need in that moment and whatever others need of you. So remember, you can choose a different story. You do not need to wait for permission, a sign, or external validation. This path is yours to walk. Take a deep breath and see what is calling to your heart, and then let the universe conspire in your favor. Today's messages are reminding you that new paths are opening because you are ready. You are being called to shift from leading with your mind to leading with your heart. Doubt is not a barrier. It is a guidepost with messages and insight for you. And the time to step forward and set sights and go for it is now. You are the creator. You are capable of shaping your life in ways beyond what you could even imagine. Yet you need to start somewhere. So let's continue uplifting and supporting one another on this journey. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with one friend that comes to mind. Thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up and for tuning into your own inner wisdom. Until next time, trust yourself and walk your path with confidence. With love and gratitude, thank you so much for being here and for listening. Thank you for joining me on Intuition Unlocked. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, guidance, or intuitive inspiration. To dive deeper into our community and get access to exclusive content, head to my website at www.olivia-ashley.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Instagram at wildlyolivia for daily inspiration and updates. Remember, your intuition is your superpower. Trust it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Until next time, I'm Olivia Ashley, and I can't wait to connect with you again.